We asked what your thoughts were about giving feedback on maternity services in Huddersfield and Halifax. We had an overwhelming response, and both Healthwatch and Huddersfield and Halifax Hospitals are extremely grateful to everyone who gave us their views. Some of the main things you told us were that people just want to be asked for feedback.
It would be nice if they even asked for feedback. All we were told was that we could have a debrief with the hospital about the care we received, but no one told us how.
I really wanted to tell someone other than the staff themselves just how amazing the staff and student midwives were and how much they supported me as a first-time mum. However, I was never given the opportunity. I wanted their invaluable service to be acknowledged.
Some people told us they didn't know how to give feedback on maternity services. You can do this by completing a friends and family test, speaking to a member of staff, completing an online review, or contacting the hospital's patient advice and complaints service. It is important to ask for feedback at different times.
I did feel pressured into leaving feedback in order to be discharged. It was positive feedback, but I got told by 3 different people that I had to fill the card in before I could be discharged.
When I get home, I'm too busy to fill anything in. People also told us that there has to be a variety of ways other than the friends and family test for people to give feedback.
Don't send text messages. I get so many from hospital appointments and from my GP, and I get a bit annoyed with them after a while, so I wouldn't be likely to provide feedback in that way.
I had excellent experiences with nurses, midwives and reception staff, but very bad experiences with consultants. The generic text message doesn't allow you to differentiate between different staff and departments.
Some people said that they would prefer to complete an online review or speak to a member of staff.
After having my baby, someone should have come round and spoken to me rather than me having to write it down.
We were also told that it is very important for people to be able to remain anonymous.
I gave feedback on the ward by completing a form, but this was handed directly to a midwife and I didn't feel that I could be completely honest.
People want to know that their feedback is being listened to, taken seriously and acted upon.
After placing a complaint about the way I was treated by a consultant, I received outstanding care from the consultant midwife. I also received a follow-up after the complaint, explaining what had been done regarding the complaint and asking if I wanted to take it any further.
Most people, however, were uncertain whether their feedback had been listened to, and some would have liked some form of response.
I would like them to give some sort of feedback on what they will improve.
I hope the feedback is filtered back to the right person and place, not just into a pot of feedback.
I'd like them to display what improvements have been made or display some feedback that have been given, both good and bad, as not many places show the bad.
Staff who work in maternity services also told us what they think could be improved. After considering everything we have heard from people who have used maternity services and staff who work there, we came up with some ideas of how the feedback process could be improved. Let every woman have the opportunity to talk about how their labour and birth went. Make sure people who have used the service are given the opportunity to be involved in designing and reviewing feedback methods. We would like to see maternity services be more creative and innovative in the way they gather feedback, such as apps, graffiti boards and mystery shoppers. We recommend that more is done to ensure everyone is able to give their feedback, including people who don't have English as a first language or people with learning disabilities. We want the hospitals to tell you more about how your feedback has been used to improve services. Everyone is different, and maternity services need to provide lots of different ways for people to leave their feedback, whether it be written, verbally, or digitally, to ensure that everyone has an opportunity to have their say. Everything you have said to us has been sent to Huddersfield and Halifax Hospitals. The hospitals have said the information in our report will help them to develop an improvement plan. They have invited Healthwatch to visit their maternity patient experience group in 3 months' time to see what improvements have been made.